Okay, guys, hi. I'm Melanie Hinds. I'm your fastest Iraqi Dinar summary on the net. I also have the greatest insights about this because of my background. Because why? It's in my opinion that Iraq is selling their oil because they know what date they're going to revalue it, and they're selling it really, really cheaply. The articles I'm about to go over are gonna show you that. Also, there were some people that have been saying that the rate is like $1.50, and somebody ran between Randy and Wade Keller 249. Thank you so much for being part of my family. We've got the wisest family here, so please join the wisest family. Also, I had lots of insights on the live stream that I may not remember in this summary, so always go to my live stream because we have the power to pull this in. It depends on the way you think, the way you feel, and all that. If you want to know more about that, how you have power, more power than anybody wants you to believe, you will check out my live stream. So anyways, they said it would be 150. Wade Keller had a brilliant insight. It said that was the news channel in country to take currency to the banks for lower notes. Again, they want to be what? They want to be paperless. They want to go all digital. They want as many people to go paperless as possible. So again, they're using rates, maybe 150 to get people, dinars, to get people into the banks. They might use 1.5 to get people into the banks. So if they're hearing those rumblings through, I don't know whether that's through Frank's channel or who that was through, but again, I do the summary of what everybody says because I appreciate everybody. For their wisdom, because we all rise with the rising tide. Everybody has a different piece and a different perspective. And I think as a mastermind, I believe in masterminds. If you understand mastermind, put mastermind down below. So then we go to my live stream in order. What I discussed, which you could go there and get the details, is we discussed a post by American Dream '09, Jack Media Dream. It talked about how we may be close to EAS and EBS. If you've heard of that, comment down below, EAS, EBS. I want to know what my community's heard and what they haven't. I'm not going to overwhelm you with this, but it's all about the global currency reset. It also has to do with Nasara, Jasara. If you are a fan of that, comment down below. So that I went through. Then there was a Mark Z RV post on X. That's not his actual account. Somebody using his data. It happens all the time. Just get used to it. Just know this is where my primary, just be careful because they've spoofed me on all my social media, just like they're doing Mark. You can't control that. You just have to be aware this is not his account. So it's not his. And it posed the question, what does it mean to be your own bank? In the modern era of blockchain technology and digital assets, this is a popular topic of conversation. Should you start your own bank once it's moon time? A thread on the banking revolution. There was a picture there. It says, the TD, be your own bank, what you need to know. And I'm not going through that for purposes of this, but you can find it on X to do your own research. And it's the Mark space Z space RV. And it's at original Mark Z RV channel. So they've spoofed his name and then put that out. So beware of that. That happens every time. Now there's another one, same channel, that could be spoofed. It says, hey all, I'm hearing but cannot confirm at this point that all payments, including us, begin in the next 24 hours. Carpathia, forwarded by Skype. Again, you are not listening to Mark Z, you're not communicating with him. People in the chat are like, oh, send me a DM, and it's got Mark's picture on it. Be careful of that. You're not talking to Mark Z. I'm defending him because this is not his account. It's somebody else. So you have to be wary of these fraudsters. Okay. So then we do the article out of Iraq. Iraq's banks accelerate U.S. compliance measures. And I did a whole riff on this because that's how they're finding all the fraudsters. The banking system is a big trap, right? They act like they're, whatever. Then there were 3 oil tankers docked at Iraq's Basra port. It said 3 crude oil tankers with a combined capacity of 5 million barrels have docked at Iraq's Basra oil port to load cargoes bound for global markets. A source stated, and there were 3 chartered vessels operated by Indian and China companies berthing there. Additional tankers are expected in the coming days. Why? Why would they take the risk knowing the Basra port, all that? Well, if you look at the Basra heavy crude price, it's $54 a barrel. The Basra medium price is $56 a barrel. Both of them This is the article. Basra crudes rise despite global benchmark losses. My instinct was most people aren't going to look any lower than that. They're not going to go into the per barrel price and see the insights that I only give you, which is, why is their oil so cheap? Brent Crude Coopers was $89.78, $89 per barrel versus $54 per barrel. Both barrels, heavy and medium, rose the same 34 cents. That's manipulation because they're keeping the prices low to sell off all that oil before they revalue. It's an inventory standard. First in, first out. They have to sell all the old oil, and they have to have clear pipeline, clear delineation of their oil inventory at the time they change the rate. That's what they're doing. They're selling their oil cheap. People are lining up 5 million barrels to load up on the cheap oil. China and India want the cheap oil. Amen. I'm just saying. Oil prices retreat on steady Gulf supply routes. Now, in this article, I picked out, some of you got to know who is participating in the articles. I talked about that. You have to go on my live stream to watch that. I don't have time. I'm already at 6 minutes. Oil prices retreat on steady Gulf supply routes. So oil prices are going back. That's good for us citizens, right? So guys, it's a good day to be alive. Gold is still denominated inside Baghdad and Erbil in Iraqi Dinar. It's down to 155,000 IQD per myth-qual. That is a reduction. That means people are not in as much fear as they would like you to be in, because remember, when you're under fear, they can control you. Amen. So this is not done yet, but we think it could be any day, anytime. What do you think? Comment down below. I teach people how to pull it into the present by the way they think, by the way they speak, and by the things they put their focus on, because there's a big war for your attention. Your attention is your power. Be careful where you put it. Amen. My live stream talks all about that. If you like that mind manifestation talk, get on my live stream. Subscribe, tap the bell, you'll be notified. I go live every morning at 9. I'm not doing any more lives today because my husband's off and I need my horses to heal my foot. I got a broken foot. Guru Ross, IQDRV stuff right here. I don't care what anybody says. Authority is being asserted, not negotiated. Old Iraq style. Ministers can stall magic projects for factional, Iranian, or personal reasons and nothing happens. New Iraq under al-Zaidi. The PM humiliates you on live TV next to a major foreign leader until you execute. Amen. He called him out on live TV. That is a different operating system. It's kind of like he's a mini Trump, in my opinion. The resistance itself is the tell. The minister's hesitation fits the pattern of the old guard, Iranian-leaning elements still trying to slow walk strategic files. Al-Zaidi overrode it on camera. This is the exact behavior IQD investors have been waiting to see from a new government. More forced execution on the files that actually matter for fiscal strength and investor confidence. This is the time. This is the season. If you believe it, say, this is the time. It is done. And then I'll be doing my live stream. The time is now. And that'll be whenever we know it's released. Tomorrow is a holy day. It's a good day for them to release it. Tonight, when it's morning there, is a good time to do it. The banks are shut down. What do you think? Mark Z, question. Are the internet groups getting a better rate? Mark Z, yes, that is our belief. That is what we've been told from day one, that we do get a better rate. What that is, what's the difference? I don't know. I just know, yes, we get a better rate. Make sure you're thinking for yourself. That's all I can say. Get on the live stream. Caparoni, there is no global currency reset. This is proven already because most currencies in the world already float, which means already priced where they should be. That's Caparoni's opinion. What is yours? Jeff, Iraq talks out of both sides of their mouth. Articles are partially true and partially misleading. They have some truth and some in it. Yes, because it's murky. Right? God told me, don't worry about the banks. It's going to be messy. Take the money and run. Are you prepared to take the money and run? I'm the only one that has 3 steps to a safe exchange for a very inexpensive price. And God promised me you would get 100-fold for that particular wisdom for this exchange. Don't you think you need God's wisdom for this exchange? I would say, yes, you do. Reset intelligence. Washington has drawn a new map of the world's money. The IQD sits in the middle of that map and it's still not priced anywhere near the value of what it's coming into that region. Frank 26, I don't know. He's talking about some notes that'll be acceptable and some will not. The only ones I know that are not going to be acceptable are the one with Saddam Hussein's picture on them. So you should be okay. I don't think they're going to keep out any particular denominations, but you choose who you listen to. I just say let the banks decide. That's their job. As long as they can reveal your current. I mean, check your currency. I don't even care how they do it, as long as they tell me they have procedures in place to look at my currency and judge it as valid or not and give me the money in my account when I go there. That's part of my 3 steps to a safe exchange. I have all the scripts of what to do on exchange day, how to not sign an NDA. All of that is available. 3 steps to a safe exchange for only $55. Venmo, PayPal, Zelle. Email information down below the video. Bye.